Okay, let's start off with the beta.
Patrol, take the objective. This one won't be easy.
And that it was. But remember, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Just like this one. See, on day one of the beta, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the enemy team grabbed me by the salami and proceeded to twist me around like a helicopter propeller. I was a little rusty, and I forgot that I wasn't playing zombies, and I actually had to be awake to win the games. But the next game directly after that, however, we absolutely cockle-stomped the enemy team. I mean, it wasn't even close. I thought I was getting back in my groove. We almost doubled their score. But then the game after that, uh, so this is team deathmatch, just so you guys know, and they beat us by 40 kills. We got absolutely decimated. You know what this reeks of? Smells like skill-based matchmaking, where sometimes you're the dog and sometimes you get put down like a dog. Speaking of dogs, actually, we were getting destroyed so badly that 4 out of the 6 people on my team quit halfway through the game. It's also on Gabagool or whatever this map's called, so you had the light of Alfheim burning through your eye sockets the entire game. But I'm not gonna talk about the sun. I haven't watched any Vanguard videos because Call of Duty YouTube is dog shit for the most part, but I'm sure everyone is going on and on about the sun. I don't really care, let's be honest. It's an easy fix. I don't even know how they would ship the beta with something as stupid as that, but it's easily fixed, so it's not a big concern. What is a big concern, however, are these spawns. These have got to be some of the worst spawns in any Call of Duty to date. Except Black Ops 1 spawns, because they literally had to patch the spawns that were so bad. But Vanguard spawns are quite literally built different. When they say that with each different pacing, you will have a completely different experience on each map, they are not joking. Only I don't think they meant that they would have had people materializing in front of you as the entire enemy team spawns around you. If you're playing the purple pacing, whatever it's called, on Eagle's Nest, if you take 2 steps away from your teammates, Vanguard feels absolutely no remorse about spawning an entire generation on top of you. The only apt comparison I can think of for what it feels like to play this game at an above average level, which I believe I am, is imagine you're Bella Danger or Riley Reid, and you're shooting a video with a couple of gentlemen at the same time, and after a long day of shooting you finally finish, you're exhausted, then out of nowhere 3 more dudes just bust through the door like the Kool-Aid man saying, not yet. And that's every single game. You're never done getting fucked in this game. It's gotten to the point where you can't even be happy about like good plays because they all end up with you dying to the same people you just took out. You always just run out of ammo. It's crazy. I swear to God, the moment I unlock extended mags in this game, I could go pro. I'm not even joking. And since Sledgehammer Studios made the strategic decision to use the absolute worst maps they've ever made for the beta, even when you played regular 6v6, the game either spawned you next to an enemy or it spawned you in Pangea fucking back in time. Probably because the time it takes to get back to the fight is what it would take to get back to the present. Just watch how many times I spawn and then immediately find an enemy or get shot at in this one clip. It's especially bad on this one, the patrol game mode or whatever it's called, because since the objective moves around the map, the spawn system actually has to work, like it actually has to do some work, but the bitch has never worked. So anyway, I actually like the beta. I kind of enjoy the hectic spawns, I'm not gonna lie, just because I'm a very impatient player, so the spawns putting me in the middle of 20 people is actually good for me. But that doesn't make the spawns okay. I also like the new engine for Vanguard. I like how the guns feel. I like the new customization system for the weapons as well. It's more about choices rather than the ones you unlock later are just infinitely better than the others. Well, for some of them. Some of these attachments just don't make sense. It's like +1 aim down sight speed, but then you lose recoil, you lose mag size, weapon flinch, weapon sway, and the gun grows arms and decks you in the face. I'm not really sure what the balancing is on some of these, but I like them nonetheless. Fire rate for recoil control accuracy. I'll try it. I can handle some recoil.
Big Daddy map.
The Big Daddy.
Holy shit! What just happened? So I like the game for the most part, except for the STG, the maps, and the sun. In game and in real life, because the sun tries me like this in the game, but then it's too much of a bitch to look me in the eye in real life. And in Colombia, we just don't take that kind of disrespect. But I like the sound design of everything except enemy footsteps. That's basically impossible to hear at any point in the game. Now, a quick search would tell you that I have some pretty good headphones, along with a high-end amp and DAC. I should be able to hear Captain Price scratching his ass across the map, but as you can see in this clip, I get killed by Zach and Cody up there, but on top of the hill. I heard absolutely nothing of what was going on up there. I had no idea. And then there's this clip where I'm sitting here just, you know, minding my own business. They have a flamethrower dude, and I have a Tommy gun, so there's not a lot I can do here. Then out of nowhere, the Pink Panther taps me on the shoulder and shoots me in the face. Now, I'm watching the kill cam, and turns out this bitch, this woman is full sprinting, just jiggling her ass cheeks with vile intention and made absolutely no noise whatsoever. And whatever magic she used to hide her footsteps was so damn powerful that it actually glitched my FOV for the rest of the game. Listen for yourselves. I'm actually so heated. I'm so mad. It's not dead silence because she was level 18. You unlock that at 21, so that was just God's plan right there. So, whatever. Those are my thoughts on the beta. It was just important that I got that out first, seeing as a lot of those thoughts kind of corroborate what I'm actually going to be talking about today. So let's break this into 3 topics, and then we can call it there, because I don't want this to be like a 20-minute video or something, like a rant. So first off, I want to say Activision's business model is outdated. I think this yearly release cycle actually hurts the franchise more than it helps it at this point. Seeing as it's all about Warzone, and that being the main cash cow and, you know, the main draw of attention from streamers and regular COD players. Plus, a side effect of these yearly releases are some tumultuous development cycles. As I'm sure a lot of you guys know, Vanguard was written with problems in its entire development, and Cold War 2 for that matter. Treyarch had to take over that game halfway through its development because the studio or studios that were originally involved were having some kind of issues. Insiders were even saying that Vanguard's development was, quote, a fucking disaster. Yeah, I believe it, considering we didn't get a trailer for it till like a month ago, when normally we get those like in April or May. That just says this game was literally not ready to be shown to the public till a month ago. And hell, it's probably still nowhere close to being ready. They're gonna have huge crunch times to meet that release date. And all for a game that no one will really play because there's absolutely no reason to. So I said this in my Cold War story explained video, but I am honestly shocked. I am honestly shocked. I am shocked. I am absolutely shocked. So I saw this in my Cold War story explained video, but I am honestly shocked. That's the word I meant to say, at how decent... Am I gonna speak today, or what the fuck is going on? But I am honestly shocked at how decent the product that Treyarch and now Sledgehammer managed to produce, considering the situation they were in. In contrast, Modern Warfare was in development for 3 years, but its engine, which is the same engine that Cold War and Vanguard are based on, was in development for 5 years. And that game was universally regarded as the biggest leap Call of Duty had taken since COD 4. And all because they just took time to develop it and make it different. Battlefield, COD's biggest competitor, though I guess it's not at this point. I mean, there's an infinite amount of games now that compete with COD. But Battlefield is coming back with Battlefield 2042, and it looks absolutely ridiculous. And every time they find a way to up the ante in terms of environments and how much the player can interact with that environment. Visually, nothing can even match Battlefield's spectacle, and they've had that title since Battlefield 3, where you could bring down entire skyscrapers in the middle of a match and just massively alter the way the match plays out. Which now leads to number 2, which is there's only one function Vanguard will really serve. See, I think Vanguard will actually be good for one thing and one thing only, and that is Warzone. And as I said earlier in my thoughts on the beta, among the things that I liked about this game was its look, its sound design, and just the engine as a whole. Having Warzone move to this new engine, I think will actually be the best part of the year for most Call of Duty players. Plus, getting out of Verdansk, I'm sure, I imagine it's a giant relief. Seeing Verdansk at this point, it's like taking a Rorschach test at an asylum. This new map is an absolutely fantastic addition. Gotta flesh out some kinks like the audio and obviously Helios up there, but overall this will most definitely be a positive change. Unless they do more events like the last one they just did, then it'll probably suck regardless of what engines they use. We're also getting a new Zombies, still developed by Treyarch, thank the lords. Zombies has been kind of quiet this past year, but that's actually a good thing. I want them to go slow. I built out this new story slowly like the old one did. Even though it doesn't have the same feel, like the mystery and the curiosity that the old style of Zombies sparked, I trust the guy that writes Zombies, man. That guy is an absolute god. So now, number 3, which is simply, I think Call of Duty multiplayer is slowly dying. As I said earlier, Battlefield has had COD beat in terms of spectacle, graphics, innovation, yet people always come back to Call of Duty because the gunplay is just familiar. My one complaint about Battlefield to this day is the gunplay is just floaty and not satisfying. There's also not a lot of room for the individuals to shine, so for the competitive players, we'll always have to come back to COD. The issue that Call of Duty and Vanguard are facing is that it isn't just fun to play the multiplayer anymore, be it SBMM or spawns or maps or the STG or the STG or just general weapon balancing around certain weapons, specifically the STG. It's always something annoying the shit out of you because they're trying so hard to just balance everyone out. I mean, in Vanguard, they literally give you the option to just get rid of recoil altogether, and then the time to kill doesn't really change. So, and now SBMM just means that if you're a really good player, or even for me, and I'm above average, I would say, sometimes you're just gonna get stomped because you're a good player and they have to balance you out. And okay, let's say you're okay with sweating every game. Now it depends on the map and the spawns and how well the objectives are designed, and at least in Vanguard, from what I've seen, they're not very well designed, man. B flag and domination on every single one of these maps was a complete shit show. So Call of Duty isn't fun to play casually. It isn't competitive because they never figured out spawns, they never figured out maps, and they never figured out guns, and every year they don't innovate or change anything. But again, it's difficult given that you have to crank one out every year. Yeah, crack one out. Yeah, just crack a cold one. But it's also why Warzone works, because it's just fun. You know, there's no spawns to worry about. There's no spawns to worry about. The map is always the same, literally always the same. So there's no objectives designed to worry about. You just drop in and you try to survive. You know, it's simple. So that's it. You know, that's my little mini rant on the new Call of Duty. Feel free to let me know how you guys felt about the beta in the comments. I'm sure the community isn't very happy about it. Probably gonna go watch some videos on it, see if I can find some decent YouTubers. Cringe. Anyway, that's it for me, however, so leave me a like if you guys enjoyed, and roll the outro. Bitch! What the fuck is happening?
GG's.
Hold the ground.
This map has to be the worst abomination since I was born.